All right, video number 2. I don't really know what the topic of this video is going to be about, so I'm just going to start talking about something until I add on to it or start saying something interesting, I guess. I just felt like recording something before I go into work today, or just feeling like I got something accomplished, because the past few days I feel like I haven't really done anything. I had a performance the other night and that didn't go well at all. I sent the wrong set list in, or playlist. I sent the wrong songs in that I didn't practice and ended up butchering the whole performance. I didn't know the words. I looked awkward up there on stage. The good outcome of it, though, instead of me wasting my money and driving 2 hours out, was the event hoster ended up inviting me to the studio session afterwards. So went to the studio, we made a banger. Man, that song we made was so fire. And then we made another song with 2 other dudes. It was cool. It was a vibe. I met with all these dudes. I got a tech deck, a shirt, and then the dude offered to shoot me a free skate video, a music video. So, hey, I guess it was worth going out there in the end. I wasn't really feeling good after the performance either. I wasn't feeling good at all. I felt like crap, because I felt like I went out there for nothing. I was like, dang, I came all the way out here, spent money for this slot, and I messed up. I went up on stage. I know I looked awkward because I didn't know any of the words to these songs. I make the song, yes, but I don't perform it or practice it enough to remember some of the words. Like, I had songs in mind that I practiced, and I sent in the wrong songs. So, but it was fun. I went there, everybody had a good time. And even though I did bad, I didn't do horrible. Like, I did pretty good. But yeah, that's what happened these past few days for me. Now I'm sitting out in the parking lot again. I just had a coffee and some hash browns, so trying to get my day started. I didn't really feel like getting up either. I didn't even feel like making this video or turning on the camera, but I'm trying to get more in the habit of doing things even when I don't feel like doing it. That's why I got up and got coffee, because I didn't even feel like getting out of bed. Like, I wanted to just lay in bed the whole day until I had to go to work. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna lay down. Like, let me get up. Let me get my day started at least, So I'm out here, talking to the camera, talking to whoever decides to watch this video. So you can relate, man. Put it in the comments that you can relate, or if you're feeling the same way, Lately, just been feeling like I've been trying to get my energy up, but I still had them moments and them times where I got really low energy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I just don't feel like doing anything at all. Like, I just want to lay in bed the whole day. And sometimes on my days off, I'll do that. Like, I'll lay in bed the whole day. I think there was like a day last week I literally didn't get up. Like, I don't think I left my room one time. I literally laid in bed the whole entire day and didn't leave my bed. And I just doom scrolled. Like, literally, I just doom scrolled, used the bathroom, I think, and then laid back down and didn't do anything that whole day. And I'm trying not to beat myself up either, because I know I do a lot. Like, I have these days every now and then where I feel like I'm not doing anything, but like, I know in the grand scheme of things, I do a lot. Like, I'm never really sitting and doing nothing for too long. Like, so I try not to beat myself up. I'm doing what I can do. I'm doing the most I can do right now with the position I'm in and the resources I have. Like, I'm doing what I can. So I try not to stress about what's out of my control, because there's literally nothing I can do about it. Why stress over things that you can't control? Because all you're doing is you're just stressing yourself out over nothing, essentially. Like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If not, there's nothing you can do about it. So I try to think of things like that now. Like, if it's out of my control, then just forget about it, almost, in a sense. Like when I can handle things or when I can get to things, I'll do it then. But right now just isn't the time, So that's what gets me through these hard times usually, is just thinking that. I don't want to get no gray hairs stressing about stuff that I can't control, you know. Besides, I'm trying to figure out right now like what I really want to do, cause you know, working these little 9 to 5 dead end jobs, it's just not cutting it, you know. In terms of career, like I know I want to do music, but the music thing is kind of taking really long, really slow. So I'm starting to like look at my other options. I'm not gonna stop making music, but I think I'm gonna start looking into other options because I can't sit around. You know, I'm getting older by the second. You know, I don't. It's not like I'm like 17 years old and I'm still in high school and I still, you know, I don't have any responsibilities. That'd be a different story. I'm 22 years old. I'm a grown adult with like bills to pay and stuff. I can't afford to just sit around and keep making songs all day every day and be broke. You know, it's not gonna work. I need some sort of income. I need to have a job on the side or something, you know, or like a real, right now, I need like a real career job. You know, my mom, she keeps telling me it. And like in the back of my mind, I knew I need some sort of job where I'm bringing in a decent income to where I can move the way I want to move. And I'm not going to get that working at warehouses, working at stores, you know what I mean? Like working at these entry level jobs. Like I'm not going to get it that way. I need a higher position. And low key, I've been thinking about going back. I've been thinking about going to school for like for psychology, like, to learn psychology and all that. I've been thinking about it low key because I don't know. I've just always been told I'm a good person to talk to and I'm a good listener and I always help people out. So I low key thought like maybe I'd be a good therapist. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like I think I could be a therapist. And who knows? Like maybe that could be a nice career path to take. Go to school, become a licensed therapist, and you know, I know they get paid well too, but even besides the pay, you know, I think that'd be a nice job for me, being able to help people out, especially in their times of need, because I know what that's like. Personally, I know what it's like to, you know, have things you got on your chest and have all this heavy weight and all this burden on you and you don't have an outlet. I know what that feels like. So if I could be able to help other people who are having that same feeling, like they're just being weighed down by the pressures and burdens and hassles they're going through in life, if I could help relieve some of that stress, you know what I mean? Like be that shoulder they could lean on or talk to or that safe space for them, that made me feel good, you know? Knowing that, hey, this guy maybe was having suicidal thoughts, but I helped reduce those thoughts a little bit, you know? Or this guy was just completely beat down and worn out and I helped relieve some of that stress, you know? Like that'd be nice. I know that sounds very simple too. Like the way I'm wording it doesn't even sound like, but I'm just trying to keep it as clear cut, you know? I don't want to go too deep into it, but I've been thinking about that low key a lot because lately I've been trying to like face my emotions more and like be more real with myself about the way I feel about stuff and acknowledge stuff for what it is and like no more pushing stuff to the side or burying my feelings or ignoring it. And, like I just face it head on now and it made me realize a lot about myself and like who I am. And that's really what started like drawing me to psychology because I feel like I see myself in a different light now. And I realized, you know, I had a lot of changes and a lot of like growing up and fixing that I had to do of myself, like my character, my spirit, like my inner me, you know, all of that. My conscious, my mental, all of that. Like I just did a deep dive in there and like just started seeing things differently in a different light, you know? And I realized I saw a lot of good and a lot of bad, a lot of childhood trauma and stuff that I overlooked growing up that I thought was normal that just wasn't normal. Like, and it's like, I'm thinking, wow, How many other people out there just like me are just walking around here with all this trauma and all this pain built up and anger and sadness, and they just think that's normal and they think that's okay, because it's not. Like, you need to talk to somebody. You need to let that out. You need to heal, you know? And I'm not even saying all this to say I've healed or figured all this out, because I haven't. But I acknowledged it. That's what I'm like, that's the point of this. Like, I'm aware that, like, I'm aware of what's going on now versus before. I feel like I was just trying to act like, oh, that's normal. Like, me being angry all the time, that's normal. Me being upset all the time, that's normal. Because that's what I saw. That's what I saw in my family. That's what I saw around me, was just anger and chaos. That's all I saw. So I just thought that was normal. People to act like that all the time was normal. You know, it's not. It's not okay. And it is okay to go talk to somebody and, like, you know, get that out of you. Get it off your chest, you know? But I'm not gonna keep this video long. I think I'm gonna end it here. But I just wanted to feel like I did something today. So if you stuck around for this, I'd really appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you relate to anything I said in this video or anything stood out to you. And I don't know, if I get some decent feedback, I might keep making these videos. See what happens, I don't know. But hey, I hope you have a blessed day. Everybody stay safe.